Hello YouTube world, this is Doug Bates with Better Results, Personal Training, and Get Better Results, which was a Bold Brave TV show. That show is come to an end, and that's the 8th episode it would have been today. So instead of running Get Better Results on Bold Brave TV this Saturday at 3, I'm doing a quick 20-minute show on YouTube to remind my YouTube viewers to check that show out, Get Better Results on Bold Brave TV. There are 7 episodes, or I could say 6.1 episodes that you can watch on the limbic system and the emotional brain and emotional intelligence, learning, relearning intelligence, emotional intelligence, EQ, IQ, AQ, SQ, and it's great stuff to look at. It's some of the deepest info-dense stuff I've ever done. It's got graphics and everything else. This is just a chance for me to follow up on the intended content for the, what would have been 8th show. And so I'm going to take a moment to get upside down and demonstrate something that people should be aware of. This is a simple grip strength test. Grip strength test, and of course, core to get upside down. It opens up something called the longus colli in the front of the neck. If your body's strong to do this, it will help you open up and restore lymphatics and strength in things like the diaphragm, in things like the vocal cords, in many of the various chakras throughout the body. And one should be able to do this for a few moments, if not longer. If I can hold it for, I can hold it for a minute easy. But the point is, if I'm turning 60 and can hold this for a minute, I've had to work up to that. It's not an accident. I didn't start at 60. I was just a kid. Most of us did things like this as a kid. So in order to get healthy, you have to return to that level of playfulness and fitness and intelligence that has the body to become a priority sometimes. I'm going to come back out of that. And when you want to find the answer, again, when you want to find the answer to how that works, that is going to be images on my Facebook page that get, well, in this case, Better Results on Facebook, and Ageless Fitness Institute on Facebook, and Organic Vegan Trainer on Facebook. And so it'll discuss the longus colli, how it comes out of the front of the throat, goes down to the thoracic 3 and 4th actual rib, okay, and vertebrae. So I'll say beneath the ribs, or not the rib, to the vertebrae underneath the rib cage. You could not massage that. You can't get to the front of that neck and get in there. So if you don't have that open, you have problems with all kinds of connective tissue interfering and lymphatics interfering with glymphatics, which is brain rinsing. It's going to interfere with the total flow of blood and the nerve pathways, both directions. For the vagus nerve, there's 2 tributaries behind the carotid artery. The carotid artery is right here. There's 3 total arteries. And when you have arterial blockage, you have lymphatic blockage, the lymph nodes are all clogged up. You're going to have problems. You're going to end up with dementia. You're going to end up with Alzheimer's. You're going to end up with, well, not all Alzheimer's, also one form of dementia. You're going to end up with various problems that are indicative of disease in your body. It could be the gut microbiome, could be the air you're breathing that's affecting you. It could be the diet you're eating, which is very, very common. It could be the pollutants you're getting from your fork or your spoon. There's nickel in that stuff. There could be plastics in your body. Plastics coming from everywhere these days. Microplastics. These are all things that are covered on my Better Results personal training page on Facebook and on, again, Organic Vegan Trainer, and also on Ageless Fitness Institute. So you don't have to act like you have to pick this all up now. Just write that down, go to those pages, check them out. There is almost, 7 hours of information, 6 to 7 hours of information on Bold Brave TV in detail with various graphics. I spent 2 months putting those graphics up on my pages for, again, Ageless Fitness Institute on Facebook and Better Results Personal Training on Facebook, especially. You can scroll back, you can put the little search bar in there, take those little bars, type in the topic, it'll pop up. And in the last 2 months, and actually 3 months, even 4 months back, tremendous, deep information-dense stuff that you will not get in this YouTube video. It's up to you to become your own best researcher, your own best friend, your own best business partner, your own best investment, and move yourself forward. If you end up with your fascia being stuck, many people have myofascial pain. I wanted to cover that. It was one of the objects today, or objectives of my show. I'll say object of my show was to get into the discussion of posture, diaphragm, and vagus nerve. This is going to be the 3rd or 4th show on posture, diaphragm, and vagus nerve. And of course, lymphatics, and all the rest will eventually show up. When you have myofascial pain, you have distortion in your posture. And that's going to, typically, that's what that is. It's going to be a lock in a position that's bad, and you're going to end up with all kinds of problems with pain, nerves entrapped. The fascia is the sausage casing around the body. And every cell, myofibril, is encased in the fascia. Every group of cells or bundles is grouped in fascia, and muscle bellies are grouped in fascia, and the whole body's covered in fascia. It looks like that egg white that would be when you peel back an eggshell and you find that, not the egg white, but the membrane over that egg white. That's what the fascia looks like. It's a connective membrane, very, very resistant to tears, very, very, well, you can tear it easily though, if it's weak. But it's very, very strong. When I say resistant to tears, I mean it's harder to tear than a muscle most of the time. And it's very, very strong and enduring. When the body's weak, when the body has loads that are without mitochondrial density, energetic density to keep it up, it relies on fascia to hold it. So the older and weaker you get, look out, don't get old. Stay young when you grow your years. That's not old. That's long-lived. Old and long-lived are different things, right? You say, oh, that thing's been around for a long time. Doesn't make it old, okay? So keep in mind that you have to have vitality or you won't have a good long-lived experience. In general, you must put the vitality in there and let's make better decisions and avoid the pitfalls that people get into. You look both ways when you cross the street. You're driving more alertly. You know it doesn't make good sense to go to the grocery store now. Too much traffic. People are driving weird. It's the 4th of July or it's New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. You simply say, not worth going out for that. Seems a little riskier. That's intelligence. It's emotional intelligence. It's social intelligence. Bodily intelligence. It means your pelvic floor is working. It's your core going, you know what? If my root chakra says I don't feel safe, I don't feel safe. I'm going to hang upside down. My grip doesn't feel good. That's how you stay wise. If your pelvic floor is not working, your root chakra is not working, you're vulnerable. If your crown is not working up here, if your voice is not working in your spirit zones, if you don't have fire and air and earth and water and a bulb on top, which means the ether, the Ethernet, the ability to connect, and of course your wisdom in your brain, your lighthouse is on. If that is not happening for you, you're in trouble. You know, I don't mean to be mean, but I have to be honest. And people will say, well, you're the most honest friend I ever met. I am so honest, I am brutal sometimes. But I come at the pace of my client's capacity to hear that. I don't know who's listening, so I'm just going to come with it. You can always turn it down, turn the volume down, get a fan deck turned off. That all works. But I can't come with less than in every case. If you come with less than, you'll say, oh, I'm all good. Are you? Are you good? It's a big question. I'm asking myself that sometimes every minute, every hour, going, am I good in this set? Do I do this set? Do I do that set? Do I get more food now? Do I need more potassium? Do I need more magnesium? I'm asking a lot of questions all day because I'm sensing everything. That's besides, am I talking too fast? Am I too loud? Am I wearing the right colors? Is the client or the audience I'm speaking to able to hear this message? I'm doing a lot of nuance all day. That takes wattage. Wattage. Is your wattage high enough? And if so, are you recharging properly at night? Is your room the right temperature? Is it dark enough in your room? Is it quiet enough in your room? Is the air quality in your room good enough? Are the blankets mostly linen or cotton? If you're not paying attention to those variables, you are losing ground. You are losing the game. To make this game work in your life, you've got to grow. You've got to take responsibility. You've got to level up. The show I had going on with Bravetv was going to be a keeper. I had 52 episodes planned. Bravetv had to close. They could not offer another taping for the show. Doesn't stop me. When something closes, I step into a new space with which to do what I intend to do. If I can't step into it, I work at making it. I'm a who's recognized person. You pay for that, I don't mind. You have to have skills for that. Better than just a little listing on LinkedIn where you put your own stuff up, your own Facebook, if you put your own stuff up, you say, look at me, I'm good. Okay, well, here's someone else who at least recognized that. Yes, the professional organization said you seem to qualify. You don't have to qualify to get on LinkedIn. You have to qualify to have a website. You just put it up. With who's who, you had to qualify. They had to say, well, you make us look good. LinkedIn doesn't really make us look good. YouTube doesn't say make us look good. They put up everything. With who's who, you had to qualify. They said, well, you qualify. Now, fill out all this information and we'll see if it looks good. It's embarrassing to be in a congressional record if you don't look good and have something to say for yourself. I've got a huge Who listing and a Marquise Millennial Magazine listing, and those listings say what I've done and what I intend to do, and I back it up. I've got, again, 6 total state and tri-state drug-free bodybuilding wins from 2005 and before. I spent a decade doing that. Even competing part-time only. Not even trying to get wins, just exploring my own potential. Took a break from that and decided I should come back to that. That was good stuff. It was healthy. I know I'm doing healthier now than I did then. Still got a 50-inch chest, 17.5, 18-inch arms, 32-inch waist, no TRT creams, no TRT gels, no TRT replacement therapy, testosterone replacement therapy, none of that stuff. It's all natural. I know how to do this, and I'm a vegan for going on 9 years. Vegetarian for 25 years before that. How is that possible? HEA, Health Educators Alignment, Health Educators Association, Health Educators Association, HEA, says, well, you can't be vegan. We make fun of those people on stage. Really? Why? Your balls will be too small if you're a vegan. You have no strength. You have no muscle mass. You have no quickness in your mind. They said that on stage. I was standing in the back, the biggest guy in the room, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, lean, and they're mocking that? When physically there's a person my size, my presence in the room? At their convention, there's 150 people, all doctors and osteopaths and experts in the field, and they want to make fun of vegans? That'd be retarded. Because right there in front of you is a person who's proving you wrong. They're on hormones at age 40. I'm not on mine. I was 58.7 years old, 58.5 years old at the time. That was last April 2024. I went to that show in Houston, Texas. Met some famous people who couldn't back it up. It was tragic. I'm ending that organization affiliation in about 4 days, actually on Monday. Calling them up and saying I'm ending this. Why? Because in the last year, they put up 4 hours of content that might have some value to me that I couldn't find on my own. 4 hours. They have a show every 52 hours, and only 4 hours had some content that I can look at. I haven't looked at it yet because it seems like it might have value. Think how tragic that is, with a, quote, leading organization having almost no value, like the emperor has no clothes. They're lying to themselves and said veganism can't work. Does that look like it works? Does that look like it works? I think that works. I think that works. I can sprint 100-yard dash. Boom, not be tired. Yes, it'll be fast. So when that happens, I begin to wonder why they can't do that. I don't have access. They have more money than they have. They have more supposedly to them, more access to research. No, because they don't know how to research. Why? Because they lack game in their body. They lack game in their instrument. They lack game in their instrument. Their instrument itself is paltry compared to what it could be, because they go into the data and not into the delivery. The data is not the delivery. They pontificate, they talk about it, they study it, they research it, they talk more about it, and then when they went to lunch, they ate wrong. French fries, fried foods, bacon sandwiches, bad coffee, fluoridated water. I sat there and watched them. They go, you're not going to eat that? No, I don't eat that. Well, you know, you can eat French fries out every now and then with ketchup. No, I won't. Are you kidding me? These are doctors, quote, helping other people not age. And they want to then teach us, well, we want to make money off that population. We want to make money off the population of people that fear aging. But they don't know how to stop it. They don't know how to stop it. They pontificate about it. I get results. My clients come in, I'm on their case. They get younger, they stay young. Or I yell at them, and I said, what's going on in your game? Yell is the phrase. I ask them questions, I gather data. I observe. I say, something's going on with this person today. What's happening? They seem to be struggling. So I ask them questions. How's it going? Do this today, do that today? Yeah. Take your stuff today? Yeah, I did. Oh, I didn't take this. Oh, okay. You want to take that now? Yeah, I can take that now. So I get some time, they get it, they take it with them. Try this exercise. Oh, that feels better. All of a sudden, hey, I didn't feel good when I was on my way in, but I feel better now. What's going on? I go, well, this was broken in your circuit. Your circuitry wasn't firing. Your chakra, your zone of your body was out. The left lung wasn't working. They weren't really breathing deeply. Their abs weren't engaged. Their head was forward and down. They're literally dying when they walk in the room, but they're also living. Do you see that? That's the complexity of being intelligent. Both are true at once. They're headed one direction, one area, one part. Their body's compensating because of stress. Sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, those are terms. The central nervous system is the brain, the eyeballs. The eyeballs are your brain exposed centrally. They're exposed parts of the brain. They take data directly in. Eyeballs are part of the central nervous system along with the spinal cord and the meninges and the sleeve and the fluid. The rest of the peripheral nervous system, PNS. That's the organs and glands and everything that's not the spine, the eyeballs, and the spinal cord. If that's not working, you can't send signals. The vagus nerve will tell you that. The vagus nerve is the only nerve leaving your body, the 10th cranial nerve. The 12 cranial nerves, 10th one comes out of here behind you. It runs into the left and right sides. And the lymphatics, holy cow. Vagus nerve, if you can't run that vagus nerve, you can't breathe properly. You can't calm properly. You can't send signals properly. Afferent coming up, efferent going down. And you can't send signals to make yourself healthy. And keep yourself healthy. And get data from your organs and glands. Much less the world around you with your hair standing on end and your skin being electrical. Think about that. If that's not happening, you are in deficit. Now, everybody has, again, when you're intelligent, you know, this little breaker, that everyone has a mixed result. Therefore, you say something like, oh, I'm in control. Well, come on, who's really in control? But you say that because it's also true, like you're in control of the wheel. Are you in control at the time? Not entirely. That car could have any problem all of a sudden. The car could go flat, brakes. One guy, I've trained a guy who's a race car driver on the path. Well, he's a race car driver and motorcyclist. His steering went out on the expressway. Steering went completely out on the expressway. Just broke. He was so calm. He said, oh, yeah, steering's out. He knew what happened. He just coasted himself right into the emergency lane. Totally calm. Just called, come get this, come pick me up. No panic because he has game in that area. Not in control of that car, is he? But he's in control of his behavior. You see that? When you're in control of your car, you better be in control of your behavior. Keep your mind sharp. Don't allow dementia to creep in. Dementia starts 20 to 30 years, 35 years, they say. I say before. 35 years before you have the sign. Now it turns out they say dementia starts in childhood trauma. I would argue before that, dementia probably started with low iodine in the womb with what they call cretinism. Look up cretinism. The cause of it, low iodine in the mother's diet. I'm not blaming the women, not blaming the mother. She wasn't in control. Because we think we're in control. We're doing the best we have. I'm not saying they're doing the best. They all walk in, these are genius people. I don't hire people to be clients, quote, hired to be clients. I don't take people that can't grow and can't learn. I do a huge filtration. You want to get in here, you're going to take a lot of questions asked of you and you'll be observed heavily. Just like you might observe a trainer heavily. Say, you want to hire this guy? Let's cover this. Heart disease. Look up Dr. Michael Greger. He'll tell you that there are streaks of atherosclerosis type streaks in 10-year-olds. Almost 100% of them. By the time we're 30, 100% of people who are not on an all-vegan diet have atherosclerotic plaque in their arteries. They're forming plaque. Again, from cholesterol, because that's all plaque can form from. Yes, more smokers get more. Yes, people using pharma drugs get more. Yes, people with high blood sugar get more. Yes, some things cause more streaks. But without the cholesterol, it couldn't form because cholesterol is the thing in there. But why is it that when you go on a vegan diet, your cholesterol levels and LDL get so low? Because your body's only making the cholesterol you need, not getting extra cholesterol from the diet that you don't necessarily need. So if my LDL is always below 50, and my HDL is equal to it, 42 and 43, they're always back and forth like this, 42, 43, 44, 42. My total cholesterol is 96, 97, and my LDL is under 50, always around, again, 43, 42, 44. Anything under 50, you clear out plaque. I can't get heart disease. Have you made that change? Have you made that study? Read that research. Have you checked it out yet? It's on my page. Your ability to get young is your ability to take your step and you start putting one foot in front of the other, one finger in front of the other, and you scroll, you find that answer, and you start to employ, you start to deliver it. Not pontificate. Take action, do research, and observe what happens. I say this, the client says that. I say this, the client says that. Nope, not going there today. Why? Not the right timing. My experiment of what they said back does not tell me I should do anything right now. I'm not mean. I need outcomes. I'm not here to beat people up. If it looks like I'm beating you up, I'm not. I'm throwing a message out. Throwing out a message, not throwing it away, but throwing it out there for you to see. If you want to pick up that message, you can pick it up, you can do something with it. If not, you can turn the TV off. Turn off YouTube, go somewhere else that's comfortable. Comfort is really important. If there's too much for you, find comfort. If it's not too much for you, you might have found the growth page. The page will help you grow. Are you the person who wants to grow? You might need to take a break to grow. You might need to stop taking a break to grow. That's your experiment, not mine. My clients train themselves when they come in here. I make sure they're taking action on their own. They start their workouts in general on their own. Yes, when they first start, when they come in, I guide a lot. Later on, if they're not guiding themselves, how can I trust that they're not hurting themselves? I have to let them make mistakes. I said to one guy, I said, I saw you making a mistake, but I thought you might correct it. If I stop every time I think they're doing something wrong, unless they think they get hurt, I'm stopping them from having the experience of going, that last 2 sets didn't work for me. I wonder why. And then they figure it out and they go, oh, it's funny. I forgot to grip different. They go, yeah, I noticed that. I said nothing so you can figure it out on your own. If I babysit them, they're like 5-year-olds. You think I'm going to help them grow? By babysitting them like a 5-year-old, say, honey, I noticed you're eating your peas today. Maybe they save their peas for last. Maybe they love their peas the most. Maybe they hate their peas. That's their plan is to eat their peas last because they're building up the strength to eat their peas at the end of the meal. I let my clients figure that out for themselves. That's how they develop brain skills, gut skills, agility in their own behavior. It's their experiment. I don't hand out people, here's your prescription for exercise. Oh, I'm an anti-ager. Here's a prescription. Here's what I take. I don't give a what you take. What do you need? What do you need? They'll sell, oh, here's a zinc supplement for your things down here. They might not need zinc. They might need copper. I mean, so zinc dominant, they got no copper. Now their brain is dumb, but their balls sure feel full of stuff. And they want to do all kinds of stuff. Oh, I feel like I really want to have a lot of sex. But they got no freaking brain to approach it with. So all they're experiencing is whatever they're experiencing, but no consciousness with it. That's bad news. They might not know it because they don't have wattage in their brain. They know it's bad news. Anyhow, I got clients coming in. So I'm going to stop the show. Grip strength associated with health and vitality. Check your grip strength. I got stories. Leave a comment if you want. I might come on every Saturday for a while. I might not. It's summer. But I haven't done a comment on YouTube in 3 months. It's time for me to start putting a couple things back up. Why? Bravetv was keeping me busy. Right now, I got a lot to say. I realize how genius an audience can be and how lazy an audience can be. Which one are you? It's time to figure that one out for yourself. And you don't got to be like more. You outpace yourself, you get tired, you crash. I said, don't come in and train harder than your ability. It'll make you hate your workouts and make you quit. Figure out how to increase your ability, and you can train harder. Better sleep, better nutrition, better respiration, better mitochondrial health, less toxin. All of a sudden, you're all training your old self. That's what I do. I focus on the foundational elements. Then I've got more to play with. Your foundational elements are terrified to hear this message. Build your strength. Then come back and play it. You'll probably love it. And I can say thanks for listening. You should thank yourselves for listening. If you're doing the right thing, thank yourself. Put yourself number one. Learn to love yourself number one. If you have someone you have to love because that's your job, you're a parent, you're this or that, that's fine. Find the balance, but if you can't love yourself, it will not help that child if you can't put yourself occasionally first. Get help to give yourself priority sometimes, that you can make your life work better, that you can be there. You can't put the mask on another person, you put the mask on yourself on an airplane. Otherwise you become trauma to someone else's life when you break. The stronger you are, the less you need help of others. That's good for their life so they can focus on their self. So basically increase your own vitality, no one be dependent on anybody else, except to be mutually independent where it's functional and positive. That's a lot of growth required for most of us. Yes, I get help when I need it, but much as possible, I try and struggle and see what I can come up with on my own. See where I hit the wall. If I can't jump any higher, I get a ladder. Anyhow, thanks much for watching. Doug Bates, Better Results, Personal Training, Ageless Physical Fitness. All right, say, I'm sorry. I'll say this. Ageless Personal Trainer on is an actual website, Ageless Personal Trainer, and Organic Vegan Trainer is a website. Then we've got Ageless Institute on Facebook, Organic Vegan Trainer on Facebook, and Bold Brave TV. Get better results. Thanks for watching and get ready for that client. Bye-bye now. Enjoy the day.